So this movie about sugar is getting around, circulating through society, and I'm just really getting fed up hearing about it. In my circles, I'm hearing about it a lot. I'm reading articles like this. Free screening in Texas. This movie is getting around and tricking people, and I should say that I have not seen this documentary. There's probably plenty of good information in these interviews and articles I've read. They say a lot of things that are true. But the bottom line is they are just singling out sugar. Now, I think they might be genuinely confused because sugar happens to be in almost all of the products out there that contribute to weight gain, and these are the products that people are eating, that fat people are eating, and the sugar's there. The refined sugar is there, and it is one part of the problem. It's the whole food package, fake food, is the problem. Also in these foods is refined fat, but no one ever talks about refined fat. I think I made up that term. Unnatural chemicals, colorings, flavorings, and pesticides all contribute to messing up your metabolism, depleting your nutrients, vitamins and minerals. Here with this interview, you got expert Katie Couric, who is now the only person who knows the truth. Because all the experts are wrong. Which is a ridiculous thing to say.
They're there, right? Why? You know, there have been so many news reports about food and the obesity epidemic, and I thought, what is there really new information out there? And as we all learned, there was so much information, I couldn't believe it. So you unearthed so much about what has happened.
I could spend a lot of time on that, but I won't, because I want to make this quick. I said that before. There is a lot of information out there. It's not really new. Well, there's one thing that I think 10 or 20 years new, that's new, and it hasn't gotten out, is that fat, too much fat, clogs your bloodstream, and this is what it holds the sugar in there, causing your pancreas to secrete way too much insulin. If the fat wasn't there, you drank a bunch of soda, dates, bananas, mangoes, peaches, figs, the pancreas would only have to make insulin once for that. The insulin does its job because the fat's not blocking the insulin receptor cells. That's new information, but they're not talking about that. They're talking about information that's old. Sugar? Look, Sugar Blues. That was like in the 70s. I have that book. I'm glad I never read it. I read Fit for Life instead. Back to the interview.
In the last 30, 35 years in this country, were you surprised what you learned in the process of researching this? Because you did exhaustive research. I was shocked because it really unfolded sort of like a murder mystery, and you can trace it back to 1977 when the first dietary goals were released by the government.
Well, I can relate to that. It was like I've discovered something that almost no one knows. And this is why I'm making videos, because I've got to say this. She sounds exactly like me, except she's gone in like a totally wrong direction. And I'm going to show that she's being dishonest. No one's this stupid. Check it out.
And so, you know, as we started following the timeline of what happened after that, you just saw all these markers, and as these markers came out, you saw the obesity rates going up as well too. So it just was remarkable how much it coincided. And we're going to talk about this.
Here is some twisted statistics used to trick people.
Know that from 1980 to 2000, fitness memberships in this country doubled. and so did the obesity rate. And
now those are two cherry-picked things that she has put together, which have nothing to do with each other. The people that joined gyms, the people who were exercising, were thin today. The people who didn't join the gym, didn't exercise, I know some people like that, they're fat today.
We cannot exercise our way out of this problem. And if you
Correct.
look at...
You shouldn't have to exercise off food. The body can regulate itself. I don't have to exercise off this stuff. I eat all I want. And I exercise as much as I feel like. I'm not burning that all off. It dissipates through thermogenesis. That's the truth. That's where the calories go. Here's another example of someone, saying a bunch of true stuff, and it's good except it just goes, gets thrown all off. I don't know how to word it. Check it out.
And you know if you're eating a lot of ice cream or you're having donuts that you're having sugar, but you probably don't know when you're buying bottled salad dressing or spaghetti sauce or healthy granola bars that they're loaded with sugar too.
I think for me it was that in 1980...
And almost all of those things are loaded in fat too. This is what they seem to continually be purposely ignoring. They have put down the low-fat craze of the 80s and saying that was it wasn't. People didn't go low-fat. The few people who did, like me, are thin, like me. I've been eating low-fat for 20 years now. I've never dieted. I've never had to. My body regulates itself. And now Dr. Katie throws out some unrelated statistics. Check this out. This is really irritating.
That in 1980 there were 0 cases of type 2 diabetes among adolescents.
I think that's false.
And then by 2010 there were almost 58,000 cases of type 2.
Now before 1980, people were not eating a lot of refined sugar?
Diabetes in adolescents. I mean, I think also the 1 in 3 overweight or obese in just a few decades. I mean, I think it's full of really shocking statistics. Meanwhile, Nicole Breeden on Facebook asks, will there be any long-term...
So without saying it, she is insinuating that sugar is the cause. This is old. Sugar is not the main cause of diabetes. It's a mixture of things. As I said previously, it's fat clogging up your bloodstream, interferes with sugar. Sugar is what our body run on. God put sugar in every single plant food on the planet for us. He meant us to be strictly plant eaters too. You know what's going up is meat consumption and dairy. And they're putting dairy and honey in almost everything now. They're making it hard to not eat animal products. That meat, animal products consumption, and obesity have gone up directly, as with sugar and a whole bunch of other stuff. Every day the base message board for Fed Up. Let's see what people are saying. Say, it's not your fault you're fat. Cashier told me my chicken meal comes with a large soda. I can't win. Yeah, the chicken is not the problem. No.